Hello Cancer, this is going to be your reading for July 2020. It's intended to be a general reading, which means it may not resonate with all of you, but if it does, all the better. And if you would like to add your energies to the channel by liking and subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. So angel, spirits, guides, what messages do we have for Cancer for July 2020? We're in Cancer season, so happy birthday. Okay. All right, Cancer, here we go. So where I find you now, Judgment. All right. All right. Past energy is the Knight of Cups. Present energy is the King of Swords. Yeah. And the future energy is the Ten of Wands. Okay. So the energy that's residing over all of this is about a judgment call that you are making after going through the entire journey and finally getting to a place where you are ready to lift the final veil of this. Lift the final illusion off of the situation. Awaken to what actually is, and also ready to deal with whatever the consequences are. You know, whatever the consequences may come, you're ready for them. It's ready. It's like you're ready to shed that last karmic responsibility. It's clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Sun, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so basically the Sun comes right before the Judgment card. It's 19 and 20. So it's like you stood up for yourself here. The Sun came out and you felt victorious in that way. It's like you went through all the hard stuff. The Sun finally did come back out. You felt victorious while traveling the path that you're traveling, and now comes Judgment. It's like you found what makes you happy. Now it's time to do that. To make the final judgment call on whatever this is. So in the past, you've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is someone who rides in to offer their cup of love here. You know, this could be you. This is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be, just saying that there was a message of love that came in. Created all this drama around you. It was like, I'm kind of seeing as this is like not even your problem. It was like this message of love that came in, created all this drama around it, needed you to make a decision that you didn't want to make. And so you kind of removed yourself. You're like, this is not even my problem. I'm seeing this as someone else's problem. But maybe that's just you telling yourself that. But then with the Queen of Wands, it's like I've got to focus on my own happiness right now. It's like I don't need to have to deal with this drama. I don't want to make a decision. I'm at a crossroads to where I don't want to open up to that. I'm doing fine by myself. Kind of. So the present energy is the King of Swords. being clarified by the Five of Swords, the Fountain card, and the High Priestess. It's almost like thinking in the present energy, you've got the King of Swords, right? It's like you thinking that you're in control is kind of running you into a situation to where you've taken everyone else's swords away from them and still trying to fight. And still trying to, it's like you're lying to yourself. You know, it's like, who are you actually fighting with anymore other than you? Because like you decided not to really act in the past. It created a lot of drama for you and probably left you with a sense of not knowing what to do, but knowing that you've got to focus on your own happiness. But then you it's like you're still fighting with this King of Swords, like fighting for the truth, but you've taken everyone's truth away from them with the Five of Swords and just fighting with yourself and your truth at this point. It's time to listen to your intuition in order to move forward. It's like you've already seen what standing up for yourself can bring in. It can bring in the happiness and the victory and the feeling of success that you're looking for. It's just requiring that final judgment call to quit even fighting with yourself. So we've got the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces card. It's like she's sitting with the cycles of the moon, and I'm almost seeing this as like this finally coming to your attention by the time that the full moon gets here, the full moon eclipse. This is finally going to come to your attention in a way that you're going to understand it in order to finally let go of it. It's like you've already won sort of the battle, but the war is being lost by you because you can't seem to let it go. You know, it's like your internal conflicts over the situation is kind of running you into the ground. There's a real sense of, with the Fountain card, allowing things to just be. I see the infinity symbol on the Fountain card for this reading for some reason, but it's like you need to understand that things like this are going to always infinitely be passing and crossing your paths and through your life over and over and over again. And the more that you can just stay in alignment with yourself and allow things to be and like control your happiness by standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, and, you know, not judging people, but deciding what's best for you, that cycle those cycles will come and go so much quicker than, you know, this sort of thing. It's like, because like this time you're learning, but next time, you know, the burdens will be easier to release. And it's saying that use that intuition that you have. And stop fighting with yourself, because you don't seem to be fighting with anyone else here. Okay, we'll see. Okay. Well, it's like you have the Ten of Wands, something being released, a burden being taken away from you, either through your work on this or by the universe, you know. The Hermit, the King of Wands, and the Two of Cups are here, clarifying the Ten of Wands. It looks to me that through some sort of listening to yourself, allowing things to be, listening to your intuition, your unconscious, the Hermit enlightens you about the situation because you were willing to go inward to find whatever you needed. I think once you go in and find the burdens that need to be released surrounding this connection, You know, that person that tried to give you love in the past but ended up creating conflict because you were too worried about yourself over here? That same person is showing up here as a soulmate, and as a Two of Cups, and as something that can bring you happiness and allow you to be who you are, and, you know, make you feel victorious in your decisions. But all of that comes when you're able to release whatever burdens are holding you back from this connection. That connection can't come in without releasing whatever it is that needs to be released. Let's look at your subconscious. You have the 8 of Coins, the 5 of Coins, the 10 of Cups, and the Hanged Man. It's like it's time for a new perspective on this. You've hung yourself upside down here to try and get a different perspective on what it is to mean, what it means to be balanced in your emotions, what it means to actually have lack. And I feel like it's like you're working on this new perspective to see where you have lack and to see where you actually don't, and what that actually means to you, so that you can release whatever that needs to be released for this soulmate connection to come in. And I feel like it's an integration of only looking out for yourself to finding that when you only look out for yourself, you only have yourself to fight with, and finally coming to the understanding that by releasing some of those like darker aspects of the ways that you sort of speak to yourself and your internal dialogue can shapeshift the reality from lack to the 10 of Cups. And I feel like that's what you're working on, is trying to gain a new perspective so that you can have this new beginning, and the Wheel of Fortune can come in, you know, after healing. So let's get some guidance for you, Cancer. Here we go. Guidance for Cancer, July 2020. All right, you had three come out. I'm gonna look at them. First card, you have Luminous Warrior, 5. Reminds me of this 5 of Wands over here. You have Vision Quest, which is the 6. Could be that you're this 6 of Wands. And then we've got the Hunter, which is a 27. Breaks down to a 9. I'm being led to read the Vision Quest. And so that's the guidance I will give you. Find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in the city, go for a walk in the park. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch, get away from your desk, go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves, so set your intention and ask nature for a guiding vision of your life. Yeah. While you're getting that new perspective, just make sure that you're staying in tune with nature and everything it has to offer, while getting clear on these perspectives that you're kind of figuring out which way to see things from. It's okay to look out for yourself. Just make sure that it doesn't get so heavy that you run everyone away. Okay? Good luck with your happiness, Cancer, and I will see you next time. Bye.